Hi, back once again in the kitchen for part 5 of cabbage rolls. We're going to finish them off today. The cabbage rolls have been in the refrigerator overnight, and they are very chilly. And it's always good to keep them, in the refrigerator, obviously, because they've got pork in them. But they've been sitting and they've kind of set up. They're nice and cold. We're not going to make the sauce, and we're going to dump the sauce into the cabbage rolls, and then we're going to bake them in the oven. So. First, we're going to take 28 ounces of tomato sauce. We're going to put that right in a mixing bowl here. We're going to take a family-sized can of tomato soup. You can use a smaller can if you want to. You don't have to use the family. Makes the sauce more, a little more rich. Might be a little more concentrated, so to speak. Now, when you make tomato soup, you don't just use just this. You add a can of water, and you can use tap water. What we're going to do is we're going to use our water from yesterday from the cabbage that we cooked in. So this water is flavored like the cabbage, and we're going to stir some of that in. Put in a little bit more than you need to. So we're going to mix all that up. You don't have to mix it real well. It's going to bake for 3 hours. So, and then you pour that mixture of tomato soup and tomato sauce right over the cabbage rolls. And you shake it around and let that sauce really kind of fill in the holes there, and just to see where your level is. I like to generally have the cabbage rolls covered completely. If they're not, I'll add a little more water. And because, this is so rich, a little more water isn't going to hurt anything. I just want to make sure they're completely covered and the cabbages aren't sticking way above. And sometimes if they float, which they will, what I'll do when I bake them is I will use a glass or a plate or something to hold them under the water. But you can do that. You don't have to do that. I like to do that, but that's good. Put on your lid or foil or whatever, and then they'll bake for 3 hours at 375 degrees. And then when they come out, I'd let them rest for a half hour or so, and then you're ready to go. I like to serve them over mashed potatoes, but you can have them by themselves or with noodles or rice, whatever you'd like. So really, that's about it. So when they are done, maybe I'll do a quick couple-minute video and show you what they look like.